the first time that I ever experienced laying on of hands healing or Reiki healing or the healing of divine love was when I was 5 years old. And I laid my hands on my grandma's knee because it was really hurting her that day, and we all wanted to go to the park and play. And my parents asked me to lay hands on my grandma, and I did. And then I left going off to the park because I was excited to get on with my day and do what I wanted to do. And apparently my grandma's knee was better for the rest of the day. Now, there were other times before this that it happened, but I don't really recall those moments. But apparently I helped my mom with numerous ailments throughout her day. And that was why my parents would call on me when there were moments of need, when someone was in pain. It's been a very interesting journey for me because as a kid, I grew up in church, and it was kind of a religious approach. I had a really strong relationship with God personally, and then it kind of morphed into a religious experience because I was told what God was or what that was supposed to mean. And I didn't have a very strong connection with the healing abilities that I had. I didn't really look at them as abilities. I looked at it as something that God did, not something that I do or did. And as I grew up and became an adult, different things happened in my life, and instead of having a very religious experience around my spirituality, I kind of walked away from all of that altogether. And yet this healing energy was still always with me. And instead of using it, I kind of got a little bit confused with it because I didn't have the parameters of religion any longer. So I came back into Reiki healing or experiencing this divine love energy because of meeting one of Billy's really good friends, Lisa Adams, who is a psychic, and she said, "You have light in your hands." And of course, part of me already knew that. And that moment, though, I was inspired again to maybe look at this in a different way. Then Billy and I were at a race, and Billy he didn't finish his race. He's standing right there. Billy didn't finish his race, which is very unusual for him, but he was actually running a fever. So we're sitting on the bus, and Lisa Adams happened to be there with me. We were talking and hanging out, watching Billy run, and we got onto the bus, and he was feeling really sick, and his head was really hot. And Lisa said, "Well, you should just lay hands on him." So I felt like, well, I don't even know what to do. What do I do? She's like, "Just lay your hands on him." So I laid my hands on the back of his head and the top of his head and his forehead, and as I put my hands there, I could feel the heat of his fever. And I just paused and relaxed, and suddenly I felt this cool wind come in. And moments later, Billy's fever broke. And it was a beautiful experience and a reminder of this gift that isn't of me, but that comes through me, that I get to offer to the world. And it's very meaningful to me. It's a privilege to me to be able to channel this healing that is a part of me, yes, but it's also a part of you. And it's a part of the life force energy that is in all things. So that is my experience with Reiki healing or divine love healing energy. Through Reiki and through shamanic practices that I'm learning with my teacher, Grace, I am learning just simply how to be a better channel and how to offer it in more meaningful and profound ways. It would be a privilege and an honor if you would like to join me to experience this in any way you'd like. Thank you.